everybody, it's Aaron back from Screen Stars, and I'm here once again to give you another review for Geek Legion of Doom. And today I'm here to review the 2016 horror science fiction drama The Unseen, a film that is just about to get its release on February the 26th. Now this film is written and directed by Jeff Redknapp, and it stars Aidan Young, Julia Sarah Stone and Camille Sullivan. And this tells a story of Aidan Young's character Bob, who has chosen to distance himself from his family several years earlier. Up north somewhere, he works at like this mill. He gets a call from his wife, or his ex-wife, saying that his daughter's getting very, very distant, and she basically needs her father. Now Bob is carrying a bit of a secret, and this secret is, and the reason why he distanced himself from his family, especially his daughter, was that he has some kind of condition which is slowly making him invisible. Best way I can put it, really. And it's a very, very painful process, a very torturous process, and it's turned him into a very, very somber character. So now, to some degree, this film is a bit like A Thinking Man's Invisible Man. It's not a full-on horror film, even though there are some horrific body horror things going on in it. It's perfectly described really by calling it a horror science fiction drama. It has all of those three elements quite nicely blended together here. Filmed really well and made very well by the director, and it's got some really, really good performances in by everybody here. So this is a well-made film in every aspect. But if you're going into this film thinking this is going to be like one of those action-packed like horror Invisible Man type films, you're going to be a little bit disappointed. This is a bit of a slow burn. In fact, I made a note, 30 minutes into this film, very little had happened apart from the fact that he knows by this point that his daughter needs him, and that we also know that there's something physically wrong with him, but we don't exactly know what at this point, and that he has to deliver something dodgy for somebody in this hometown. I think it's drugs or something like that. So 30 minutes in, there's like these three plot things going on. He needs to get to his daughter to help her. We know there's something physical wrong with him, and he's been basically told to deliver this package when he goes and sees his daughter. Then when he gets to see his daughter, it's a bit of a frosty reception, and very soon after she goes missing, and it becomes then a desperate search by him and his ex-wife trying to find their daughter. And there is also another storyline element going on where Bob's father, several years earlier, was admitted to a psychiatric hospital. There was clearly something wrong with him. I think he thinks his father committed suicide. So his daughter has got lots of questions about the grandfather, what was wrong with him, and etc, etc. Which he can't really answer. He doesn't really want to answer. So she's got this fascination with this hospital where her grandfather stayed. So she decides with some friends to go and have a sneaky look at this place. It doesn't go well. She then ends up missing, and Bob and his ex-wife have to desperately search trying to find her. All in the while, his condition is getting progressively worse very, very quickly. So he's like disappearing in front of your eyes as the movie goes on. So that's generally speaking the story that we get here with this film. So what did I think of this film? Well, I thought it was really well made, this film, and as I've said, really good performances by everybody. A really very somber central performance by Aidan Young, but a very, very complex and believable performance too. I really, really believed his performance. And yeah, I thought he did really, really well. I don't think this film is for everybody, because it doesn't really put its cap on any one thing in regards to sci-fi, horror and drama. It gives you a little bit of everything. So if you're a fan of slow burning like horror sci-fi, then this film is definitely for you, I would suggest. And criticism for me, it was a little bit predictable. About 40 minutes in, there's I don't know if you could call it a twist, but something happens and you figure out that there's a connection between family members that I kind of saw coming pretty quickly. So there's that. It's fairly predictable, and the storyline with him delivering these drugs, it seemed a bit tacked on. I don't know if they really needed that either. But yeah, I have to say this is definitely a watchable film. It's one I've never heard of. That's it. It's just about to get its release on the February 26th. Now, I suggest this is one you might want to seek out and give a watch. A thinking man's Invisible Man film. So I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. I did enjoy it. I think it was lacking in regards to the pacing. I think if they'd cut out some of the unnecessary plot points, it could have sped this up a bit and made it a bit more tension filled. But yeah, I did enjoy it. I thought it was very watchable, and I do suggest you seek it out if this is your type of thing. So thank you very much for watching, everybody.